Hey everybody, welcome to our webinar. My name is Eli Winderbaum, also joined by Hannah.
Hi everyone, nice to meet you.
Yeah, we're really excited to do this. Obviously, if you're live with us right now, that means that you're a LinkedIn Premium member and you redeemed your 1 year of Captions Pro and got an awesome subscription from us. So yeah, today we've got a presentation for you. We can do some live demos. Really want to encourage you to ask as many questions as you want. Yeah, let's make sure people are there. Where's everyone joining us from? Use the chat function on YouTube, and yeah, let's see where people are. Where are we, Hannah?
We're in New York, and yeah, let us know any questions throughout in the chat. We'll be monitoring and replying, so
Cool.
It'll be very interactive.
If you're also in New York City, let us know.
We have someone from Seattle joining us.
Okay,
welcome.
Cool. Awesome. Calgary, Canada. All right, neighbors to the north. Okay, I think we're ready to go. We've got quite a few people joining us, so I think we'll just dig in. So once again, welcome. We'll be going through a presentation, live demo. Please keep the questions coming, and we'll answer questions if they're relevant throughout, and then there'll be more time at the end for questions as well. All right, once again, quick introduction. I'm Eli, this is Hannah. I run our customer experience team, and Hannah is on the creator relations team. Over the last few months, we've been working with LinkedIn to offer this amazing promotion for all of you, so glad that you redeemed it, and we're gonna make sure that you get the most out of your Caption subscription. So first off, Captions is really a lot of things, and we're going to talk about all the different features today. But at its most basic point, we make it easy to create and edit talking videos with AI. So you are now one of 10 million creators using it. If you weren't aware, we have an iOS app available on the App Store. We have an Android app available on the Play Store, and you can also go to desktop.captions.ai. And that's where you can sign in on the web. So all three platforms are available. With your subscription of Captions Pro, you can sign into all three. Just make sure that whatever login method you use to sign in and create your account, that you sign in with that same method on the second device as well. Cool.
I'm hearing that the sound is a little bit delayed, so we'll do our best to speak up and make sure that everyone can hear us.
Okay, cool. We've got someone on the production side to let us know if we can make some improvements, but thank you for the feedback. Awesome. Okay, so next up, again, we're going to talk about creating your account. Next, we're going to talk about how you set up and record. After that, editing your video, and finally, exporting and sharing. Awesome. So again, here's just some screenshots of what it looks like on mobile and desktop. Again, you can find us in the App Store and the Play Store. Just search for Captions. And then on the web app, just go to desktop.captions.ai to find the app. Okay, so here we've got our colleague Mara showing you how to record. So not only can you edit videos, but you can actually record your entire video in the Captions camera. So this is a really great option. If you would like to not use your iPhone or Android camera or a separate camera itself, we actually have a built-in teleprompter, which is really cool. So yeah, it's kind of amazing. You can type out your script. It will actually display for you on the screen, and so you can read it while looking directly at the camera, while looking close to the camera itself. And then that means that you've always maintained that eye contact with your audience. Another really cool feature is eye contact, as you know, Hannah. And if you aren't looking at the teleprompter and you've already recorded your content and you're looking off to the side, looking up, looking down, we have this amazing feature called eye contact where it'll actually direct your eye gaze forward. I think we have a slide later in the presentation to show you, but really cool one-tap feature that is kind of like an underrated hack on being able to record. So yeah, you can light. We have like a ring light that is basically, it brightens the screen so you can record front facing. You've got great audio. And again, similar to the eye contact, if you are filming in a location that's a bit noisy, we can actually fix it in post. There's a really great feature called denoise, where you can actually just take away all the background noise and boost the vocal quality. So really, there's really no barrier to recording your content. You can just go ahead and record. Recommended, if you want to use a tripod, that's always helpful. But honestly, like we've had a lot of success with our creators doing walking videos and actually, not such like perfect looking content. So really, it's whatever your audience is looking for.
Yeah, I think the ring light is super helpful. I know sometimes I want to film and there's not good lighting in my room or the sunset or whatever it may be. So having that kind of production setup within the app has been super helpful.
Cool. And I think we talked about this a little bit earlier, but if you're not sure what you want to write your script about, we actually have a script writer. And this is actually one of our longtime features, even before ChatGPT was available. But actually, this will save you a step. You can skip the ChatGPT search, copy, paste. You can just do it all within our app. You can make adjustments. You can save your scripts, but you can immediately convert your script into the teleprompter. So it's just insanely easy to generate content and then read content right off the screen. And here's a live demo. Our colleague Selena showing it off. She's actually in the same room we are, actually. This is our studio, so good lighting here. Also, a good thing to mention about teleprompter, there's kind of like two modes. You can start and stop and do it by segment, or you can just read the entire thing through. But I think what I've struggled with in the past is doing like multiple takes. What's really interesting is you can actually read your script, have a long pause, let's say 3, 4, 5 seconds. You actually don't need a script at all. You can just record, think about what you want to say, talk, then pause, think about what you want to say, and talk. And then later, we have a feature called AI Trim, where we can actually just trim out all of the pauses for you. So you actually don't even need to rethink too much about all your takes. We can just trim that out after in post, which is really cool.
Yeah, and seeing some questions here. So can you record footage and upload it into Captions or record directly only? You actually can do both. So you can take any footage, upload it into Captions, or as we were saying before, you can open the app and record it in there. And then as well, the ring light feature is part of the app. It's not something extra that you need to buy. It's actually, you'll be able to tap on something in the app that will brighten your screen and give you that more studio effect.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see my cursor here, but this little flash, if you're on the front-facing camera, it'll essentially just brighten up the front-facing camera. I think, if I remember correctly, Snapchat back in the day, they were the ones to figure this out, that you can just hack the front-facing camera to be really bright, but still read your content. So yeah, even in low light, you can kind of record on the front-facing camera.
And then going back to AI Trim, I'm seeing people wondering if it works on filler words. That's pretty much the best use of it. It can take your long video and find those pauses where you have some filler words, some pauses, some ums, and kind of cut those all down so you have a more polished video at the end.
It actually reminded me, we have a feature called AI Censor. So if you're actually cursing in your content, but you want to be able to upload the content as suitable for children or just like your audience and you want it to be more engaging, we will actually discover and find out all of your curse words and we will actually bleep them out for you, which is kind of fun. I remember over a year ago, we accidentally turned this feature on by default, and we got hit with all these people saying, "You're trying to censor us, you're trying to censor us." It was actually really funny, but we fixed that. But some people were like, "Oh, I didn't even know you had this feature. It's really cool." But yeah, depending on your audience, you may want to use that feature. Cool. As I talked about earlier, there's this eye contact feature. So what you're seeing here is the left is the original and the right is the one that actually has eye contact. I'll go back and forward again, I think. Let's see if that works. Yep. So essentially, we will repaint your eyes. We'll kind of like CGI and deepfake your eyes to look forward. So again, if you're looking up, if you're reading a script, if you're looking off camera, but if you really want to maintain that connection with your audience, this is, again, like a really underrated feature where we have customers who download our app and subscribe literally just for this feature. They've already captioned their app, they've already edited their app, they just want to have the eyes facing forward. We see a lot of people in the real estate field use something like this. They're giving house tours and they really want to maintain the contact, so it's a pretty cool feature. Nice. All right, we're breezing through here. So we've talked about creating your account. We've talked about setting up and recording. Now we're going to get into everything that I was talking about, which is actually editing your video. Hannah, any questions we should cover before we move on?
Does AI eye contact work with glasses?
It does work with glasses.
Pretty
Good
cool.
question. Not only does it work with glasses, it'll actually remove the glare from your glasses, which is pretty cool. It doesn't work with sun glasses, but it works with glasses. Good question. Cool. All right, a couple more features in the app that we think will be really valuable for this audience. We talked about trim, instantly remove all the lulls and the pauses. We talked about zooms. So what's really interesting is when you add your video to our app and you upload it or you record it in the app, what we're going to do is we're automatically going to transcribe the video, which is essentially everything you say is going to be put on a timeline. And you can see that timeline down here, right? It's a little bit small, but you've got your play button, you've got the amount of time left in your video, you've got your playhead, and then we have what we call like a word timeline. And it's every word that you're saying as it's being said. And what the words are helping us do is determine where in the app is a good time to zoom to kind of get your point across. So if you're saying, I went to the Grand Canyon and I almost fell in, we may detect that the fell in is a good place to actually zoom in, and we can zoom in 1x or 2x. It's not actually double, but there's like parameter 1, parameter 2, and there's actually different types of zooms that will do gradual zooms, instant zooms. You can also do zoom out as well, but we'll actually apply these automatically, or you can add them manually. But again, all of these features are kind of one-tap AI features where you can always make adjustments, but we'll do a lot of the heavy lifting for you. So that's zooms. And then effects, some really cool effects that you can do. We have a tear wipe, we have a tear overlay, we have a flick, we have a reel. So these are like transitions and different effects that you can add into the video to make it more engaging. And something that's really cool, shout out to our colleague Mia, she created this really cool thing where if you add a transition, you can actually pair the transition with a sound. And so some of our transitions automatically have a sound effect to pair with that transition. So really nice, two-punch there, basically.
Yeah, I think those are very helpful features in making your video look more premium with basically just a tap. Going through some more questions here, we have, does the app have audio correction? For example, if you don't have an external mic, can you make the audio sound any better?
Oh yeah, so this is what we were talking about earlier with, we call it denoise. So essentially what it does is when the audio track comes in, you've got the person speaking and you've got whatever background noise you have. As I mentioned, Hannah and I are in New York City. The other day I went out to the street and just recorded like a selfie video. A garbage truck went by, there were police sirens. It's just mayhem over here. Our typical day. But what was really cool is like you tap denoise, and essentially what we do is we extract out the person speaking from all of the background noise. We level out all that background noise, we boost the person speaking, and it is pretty much unrecognizable as if I had actually recorded it in this professional studio that we've spent a ton of time and money on building. So yeah, I mean there's really, it helps with wind, sirens, babies crying, all sorts of reasons there. But yeah, look for denoise in the bottom navigation if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, and then going back to eye contact, I'm seeing a question if there's a way to troubleshoot it, if it ever gets jerky. I feel like normally it's pretty good, but if there's ever an issue, you can regenerate it, start over, and that will usually fix any problem that you're experiencing.
Cool. All right, I'll move on to the next slide, and we'll keep the questions coming. These are great questions.
We have another question in if you can add any stock footage or B-roll in the app while you're editing.
Yeah, 100%. So basically, we might have a slide for this. I can't remember. I think we're already on exporting. So yes, you can 100% add B-roll, media overlays, images, GIFs, stock footage, upload images. We have all of that. And I might be able to actually just show you live. I might switch over to our desktop app. You know what? Let's do that. Let's move away from the presentation for a second. Show All right, I'm going to change my screen here. So this is our desktop app. You can't see the URL, but it's just desktop.captions.ai. So on the left-hand nav, you can see we have images, clips, sounds, music, and voice. So the question was about B-roll?
Yeah, can you add stock footage or B-roll?
Yeah, okay, let's go through the line here. So with images, if I wanted to add one, I can just import from my computer. I can look at my library of images that I've created recently or from stock footage. So these are actually images that I created recently for other projects. I can also search through stock, and again, you can do a search here. But obviously what's really cool is I'm gonna do man holding red balloon, looking happy, not creepy, because the other day I created one and this guy came out really creepy. Let's see what happens.
That's a good parameter to put.
I'm always trying to keep AI on their toes. So, oh great, he came out even creepier than I wanted him to. So you can just insert that image. You can obviously change this to be like photorealistic, animated. You can have him be in a certain place, but in real time we've basically added any image that you like. What's also really cool is this is actually a preview. I don't know if this is live yet or if I'm allowed to show this, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. We actually have integrated with all of these different partners, and basically you can choose the one of your choice. So honestly, if you're paying for a license for Ideogram, or you're paying for Gemini or OpenAI or DALL-E, the idea is that you actually when you go to those platforms, you're generating a prompt, you're generating an image, generating a video, and you're exporting it to bring it into your editor. We want to save you that step and have Captions be like a one-stop shop for you. So the idea is that you can actually generate those images, generate those videos from within here, and you can actually choose the one that you'd like. So those are images. We also have video, which is really cool. I think this will probably take I'll come back to it. So man holding balloon and walking on the street. So this might actually take like 30 seconds up to 2 minutes. So I'll come back to this one while it is working. But while I'm at it, not only can you add images and clips and B-roll, you can add sound. So actually you can create a sound effect of, man, I guess I could do, dropping plates on the ground. You can actually create a sound effect, and that sound effect is just being AI generated. I don't know if you'll be able to hear. Yeah, let's see if we can hear this. All right, it's a little quiet, but it did sound like potentially something dropping. But again, you can add that, and that'll get added as an audio track on this timeline here. So we've got images, clips, sounds. We've got music. I'm gonna go bohemian, cool, jazz. So we'll generate, and now we're creating a music track that'll be take up the entire video. So we're going into this model and creating. Actually, one thing to note here is, like, I'm sure this will come up at some point, but all of this content is fully licensed, so you can export this and upload it as you like. But this is all commercially available for you. Everything that you create within Captions. Cool. And then lastly, we've got voiceover, very similar. If you wanted to do a voiceover, you can choose your language, you can choose your model, you can choose the type of voice you want.
You won't see progress overnight, but keep at it.
You can get previews of the voices and add it over. So again, a lot of these features, apply to both the iOS, Android, and desktop. But Noah went on a little tangent here, but that B-roll question was perfect because it's just really exciting. Like, a lot of this stuff just launched in the past couple of weeks. So definitely test it out. Yours may look a little bit different, but over the next few weeks, it should look very similar to what I've built over here. Did you get any questions while I was on my rant?
There's some good questions I think that relate well.
Okay, cool.
People are wondering which features are baked in and which are post-edit features. Everything that we're showing right now are features that are baked into the app or the web version. So while you're editing, those are all available to you. Mm-hmm. And then also wondering if the app allows importing of recorded videos and if there's any frame resolutions that would limit what you can do.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can import footage as you like. So just upload a video. And so you can basically, if you've got your content, you can edit your content. On desktop, you can't record, but most people aren't using their cameras to record on desktop. So essentially, you're either uploading your video or you are actually generating a talking head video from one of our avatars and content creators. I think I'll come back to this a little bit later because I think we have a little bit about presentation, but yeah, I think we'll focus mostly on the editing piece here.
Yeah, and on that editing piece, we have a question. If when you add music, will it automatically duck? So meaning like, will the music volume lower? You're able, yeah.
Yeah, great question. I believe we have it on iOS, and I think it's coming soon to desktop. And if you're wondering what ducking is, it's not a typo. Ducking is when the music track automatically lowers when a person in the video is speaking, so that you don't have two competing sounds there. So we definitely have it on iOS, and I think it is coming soon to the desktop app, if I'm accurate, if I'm correct here. Let's see, smooth jazz. I think I interrupted it when I looked away. So anyway, we'll go back to the presentation, we'll come back and we'll test out. Oh, our image video generation is ready. So that's our video. So here, let's watch our video. Oh, this is sick. Cool, so we've got like a behind the scene first person video that we can now overlay as a B-roll image, or we can actually add this basically as like a standalone clip. So this is being added to the project. I think we will get rid of that image for now. And now on playback, this actually got added as its own track in between these two shots, which is really cool. So yeah, let's watch this video. Completely generated, no need for stock footage. It's stock footage on demand. It's pretty wild. Yeah.
Yeah, and that video looks very cool. It works for LinkedIn. It also works for Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. I see that question. You can resize these videos into whichever size works for the platform that you're looking for. And there's also, you're able to see the social safe zones when you're exporting to see if your captions would get cut off. So yeah, you can optimize for any of those platforms.
Great call. You can do 16:9, 9:16, 1:1, or 4:5. So any video that you pull in, you can keep in its current form, or you can adjust and edit it so that when you export, you've got the right format, especially for if you're posting to LinkedIn. Cool. All right, we got our music ready. I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. Let's try. I gotta say, that's smooth.
Pretty smooth jazz.
So we can add that as the music track, and obviously your traditional editor, you've got your music track, your sound effects, your timeline, everything you need all in one place.
And then, so we have a question here. Once you upload a video, will that become like the asset of the project, or are you able to upload it again to restart the project, or like to add it as another clip into the project?
Yeah, essentially you can add clips two ways. I'll go back. So when you're uploading video, you can either add it as a B-roll, or you can actually add a clip anywhere in the, I think you can do it here. Yep, insert shot. So you can basically insert the shot, and then you can reposition the shots if you like as well. Let me see if I have that here. Yep, you've got rearrange. So now if I wanted to put that person walking first, it's now at the front, and now it's at the front of the video. So yeah, you can insert actual clips to take up time in the timeline, or you can insert clips to be overlaid on top of the video. I think that was the question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, speaking of things that you can add, our next question is, are there stock images, videos, or sounds available aside from the generated ones that we were showing?
Absolutely. We've got stock footage here for static assets. I don't believe we have a library for video yet. It's a good question. I don't think we have it at the moment. And then sounds, we do have a sound effect library. And I think the idea is over time, after you've generated music, it will get added to your library. Oh, we do have a library, excuse me. So yeah, we do have a library of some stock ones, but of course, every time someone creates you know, a new image, a new video, you can save that to your personal library. Cool. All right, let's keep going. Okay, cool. And then obviously our company name is Captions. We obviously are able to add captions, and that's kind of core to everything that we do. Again, we use that to power all the other features, but for accessibility, we really recommend adding captions. And what's really cool is you can add captions in another language. I think we have like 47 languages. So, you could be speaking English, but if you've got a bilingual audience, you can have captions in Spanish or French or German or Italian, whatever it is. And then those captions will be burned into the video. When you upload it, everyone will be able to see it even without turning on, any captions features. And I forget what the exact stat is. I always forget the number. But if you're like me, I am always on social media without headphones. And I think the stat suggests like something like 80 to 90% of people watch content on their social media platforms without headphones, without sound. So captions is also a really good way to get people to stop scrolling and actually stop on your video and still be able to understand what's happening in the video. So that was part of our early success at Captions 4 years ago, and it's still really core to every video that we have.
Yeah, and you're also able to customize those different captions or styles, make it exactly the color, alignment, however you want it to look, and then you can save that as a template to reuse. So you can really create kind of your own brand presence with your captions there.
Yeah, I'll quickly pop over and show that. I think I've done this demo quite a few times, and I'm really onto all the other exciting like AI features. But you are right. Like when you talk about captions, we have tons of templates here that you can choose from, and then you can actually click in. That will actually change the caption. Let me move over to something that has captions. This video wasn't originally in English, by the way, if you're wondering. Okay, good idea to do so. So we've got the colors, and then you can edit everything. You can change the text, you can change the font, you can change the text color. You can change absolutely every part of this caption and make it look however you want, which is really great. Any other captions questions, Hannah?
I'm not seeing any other captions questions, but going back to our AI images, I'm saying, can you reuse the AI generated images, sounds, videos for other projects?
Yeah, so basically, I think this is where it is possible, is all of these are from my previous projects. So we are creating a personal image library on a per customer basis. So anything you create in one project, you can reuse in another. That's exactly right. I always love this. I always ask AI to create pictures of people looking in the mirror because I'm trying to figure out what is AI thinking. Does AI know that it's an actual mirror? Do you create a mirror image of a person? I don't know. I'm always trying to test the limits of what can be generated.
Those are good ones.
Yeah.
And then for the captions, I'm now seeing a question. Can the captions auto-translate into other languages?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Super simple. This is available on both mobile and desktop. You upload your video. Let's go with a sample video here. And you choose your original language. We're kind of going backwards here. So you're right, back to basics. You choose your original language, a couple dozen languages. Let's assume this is Dutch. You can choose to not translate, which means you will get captions in this language. You can translate captions. Let's put Arabic captions. And you can choose to add Arabic captions and or dub the person. So actually, I don't know if we even covered this, but not only can you add captions, you can actually dub the person. And what we do is we instantly kind of clone that voice, and we will actually have that person speak in a new language, but sound similar to the original speaker. So I have done this personally. I had friends, actually Dutch, before I was working here, I went on an extended travel. I met a few people from the Netherlands. I don't speak any Dutch. So when I started working here, I uploaded a video of myself speaking English. I dubbed it to Dutch, and I sent them the video, making it seem like, I learned Dutch in the amount of time that I hadn't seen them. And it really blew their mind. So if you have a relative back home, a grandma, an aunt, someone who lives overseas, or maybe you're traveling, this is actually really fun because you can actually just upload a video of yourself and you instantly speak that language. So I do recommend, you can have a lot of fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, we talked about captions, we talked about dubbing. And then, oh, I like these little sound effects. I don't remember these being there. So AI edit we talked about. So if you really think about the process of creating great content, you've got your pre-production where you're writing a script, you've got your production where you've got your light, you've got your camera, you've got your talent, you've got your sound, and then you've got your post-production, which is all about editing. If you think about it, you know, the post process is probably where a lot of you potentially are struggling, right? Like, I can stand in front of a camera, I can talk, I can hit my lines. Again, if you have trouble with that, you can use our teleprompter feature. But really the time-consuming part is the editing. And all of the features that I showed you on the editor, on the desktop app, it's a lot of, you know, clicking and doing things. Obviously, it's like one click or prompt and things like that. But, you know, trimming and sound effects, what we actually did was we brought all of the functionality of the Captions editor, and we said, what would it be like if someone were a junior editor spending 15 minutes editing a video? What if you can do all of that with one tap? And essentially what we came up with is AI edit. You upload your video or record your video, you choose a template that you want to use, and then we will apply all of those actions for you. And I'll show you what that looks like in kind of a live preview. So here is AI edit, you upload a video. Again, I'm just gonna choose a random video here. And we have these templates where we will add captions, transitions, sound effects, B-roll, graphics, and each template is different vibe. And you can choose from these and basically get a fully edited video simply by uploading your video and choosing a template. We will take care of all of the traditional actions that happen during editing. So as far as I know, I don't know anyone else doing this right now. We're really the first company doing this. I'm sure others will follow, but this is just an amazing unlock to let you kind of punch above your weight in terms of what your capabilities are, and not to mention like speed and cost, right? Like if you've got 20 videos to edit, maybe some of you are going out on Upwork and you're trying to get people to edit videos for $10 a video, you can just do it yourself right in the Captions app. Cool. Any reactions to AI edit?
So
Questions?
we have some questions that we can go through rapid fire here, kind of going back to Captions or the other AI features we were talking about. So first, people are wondering if you sign up from the desktop, will the app recognize you when you log in?
Yeah, you can absolutely sign in. Right now, projects that exist on the web app only stay on the web app, so you can't pick up editing on one device onto the other. That is something we are working on, but you can sign in, you can create an account, and your free subscription will pass over. So 100%. Just make sure, just a quick tip, to find out how you signed up, click on Profile, and it will tell you your sign-in method. So I signed in with Google. This is my email address. So make sure when you go on iPhone or Android, you're signing in and tapping that Google button.
Sounds good. And then we have a question here. Can you edit the captions where you can make it move along certain moving objects or person? So basically changing it.
We don't have that right now. We do have something called Captions Aware, where captions will automatically not cover faces. So if you've got more than one shot, you've got a wide, you've got a tight, on the tight, the captions will move so that it won't cover your face. But we don't have like if you're bouncing like a basketball, you can't lock the captions to the basketball, but that's a killer feature. Mm-hmm. Love where your head's at.
I think some of the AI edit styles too have more heirloom captions, so those are always nice to play around with to see if they can get that exact effect that you're looking for.
Totally.
And then, let's see, can captions merge two videos into one?
Ooh, seems simple, yet a bit difficult. We don't have that today, but you can absolutely upload multiple clips to create a single project. But right now you can't combine two projects. One of the reasons being is like when you export a project, you essentially have all of like your assets are kind of burned in. So if you were to combine them, you wouldn't be able to edit the image, edit the location of the captions, things like that. But one day, it sounds like something we should be able to do. But good question. Mm-hmm.
And then we have a couple questions here that if you record using the app on your phone, can you edit that on the desktop version?
Yeah, again, projects are just locally stored per device. We are working on a cross sync, which should be done in a couple months. But at the moment, iOS is iOS, Android, desktop. Except for the subscription. Your subscription still works across all three, just your projects are stored on each device for the time being.
And you can import videos from your phone to edit on the desktop.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I think we got a few slides left. We finally have export and share. This part should be the easiest. Again, you just click on export on the top right, and then it'll export to your photos if you're on iOS or Android, to your computer if you're on desktop, and then from there you can upload to different sections. I will say the one thing that if you noticed here when you click export is we have two other options here, share to Reels and share to LinkedIn. Because we worked with LinkedIn on offering this to you, all of our customers now, if they have the LinkedIn app installed on their iOS or Android device, they can do a direct post to LinkedIn without even having to go to LinkedIn, uploading video, searching for your video. So we actually have this direct integration with LinkedIn that we're very proud of over here at Captions.
Yeah, and then going through some more questions, we have a question about brand kit.
Yeah, so in general, we have there's a left nav on the desktop called brand kit. The idea is that you can, if you have your own brand, you may have one brand. If you are using Captions and creating content for others and you're getting paid to manage their content, you may have multiple brands that you want to manage. So the idea is that you can have multiple brand kits and that you can easily reuse those. But the other thing you can do is actually you can just reuse templates, the caption style templates, and those can be reused project after project.
And then we have a question, is there a background editing feature or chroma key?
Oh, so there is something that I didn't talk about, which is pretty cool. So I'll try and show it here. So in this video, we've got a person. He's wearing all white, so I hope this works. Let's see where it is. Okay, I'm going to click. Actually, I'm going to click here. This one's he's a little bit tighter. So I'm going to click here. And then on the right, it says cutout, and it says background. And let's say I want this guy to be in a nature setting. I now can actually cut out this particular person and put anything behind. I can also, again, generate an image and actually put something down here that says tall trees with blue sky. Let's see what happens there. Okay, so first it's generating the image, then it's cutting the person out and replacing the background. Let's insert. Cool. All right, this person is now in what looks like Sonic the Hedgehog universe.
But yeah, there you go. There's our background editing feature. Pretty insane, honestly, for what you need to do when you're editing videos, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. And I did hear a hint that we're actually soon going to be able to make some changes to this. We can change the size of the person, change the background location, and actually move this person around. So you can get really granular and do a lot more with just cutting out and actually get really customized here.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, I think we're coming towards the end of the project. If you have any more questions, now would be an awesome time to add them in. We've got all the time in the world to answer questions. So yeah, let's see what else we have here. Oh, Q&A.
Yeah.
Look at
Perfect.
that. Look at that.
We can go through some of the questions that we missed. Let's see.
Let's go back to us. All right, we're back on camera. Hey guys, this is what we look like if you joined after we started.
So going through some questions now, we have someone asking, how do you rename projects in the desktop dashboard?
Okay, this is when you upload a video, you can, it'll automatically use the title of the video you uploaded, but renaming is coming soon. So sorry about that. If you've got, version 1, we're working on that for you.
Mm-hmm. And then we have a question, are the editing features different on the phone versus the desktop?
Yeah, there's some slight differences. I'd say our company started as an iOS app first. So like when I joined, we had an iOS app and that's it. We added a desktop app, added an Android app. We have an API for those technical people you can check out and kind of build your own projects. If you have a really big use case where you want to generate 50 videos a day, 500 videos a week, you can use the API. I would say iOS usually is a couple weeks ahead of desktop and Android. We use that as kind of like our playground. We get feedback from our customers. So yeah, there are slight differences between the two, but they more or less have the same features.
And then, yeah, feel free to keep asking any questions there. I'm going through and seeing if there's any that we missed from the presentation.
I'll give a quick shout out.
Yeah.
I can share quickly, if you do have more questions, I can talk about how to get support, which all of you are entitled to as customers. So if you go to help.captions.ai, this is our documentation, our help center, our knowledge base. Anything you want to know about how to use the app is here. So we definitely do provide all the support in the world there. And then in the app itself, I'll quickly go back here. If you go back to the homepage, you can click on this question mark and you can contact us at any time. You can submit a feature request. You can send us a message. Again, this is the team that I'm a part of and handling all of our customer inquiries. So we actually have 24/7 support. So that's 24/7, 365. If you send us a message, we will get back to you within a couple of minutes, and we really take all of your feedback, your bug reports, your questions, really any question that you have. But again, as part of your LinkedIn premium subscription, you are entitled to our 24/7 support for the entire year, as well as the app for the entire year as well, free of charge. Cool.
Yeah, so I think that should help. I'm seeing some questions if there's any issues with downloading or anything that needs tech support. I think what Eli just shared would be super helpful in that case.
Oh, yeah, we were getting questions live about tech support. Yeah.
That was perfect timing.
Great timing. Who gave that question? Karen. Thank you.
And then I'm seeing again, can you combine several videos within a single project?
Yeah, you can create multiple clips. You can import multiple clips, but someone was asking a question about like combining projects. That's not possible, but you can import multiple clips or combine clips within a project.
Okay, and then I'm seeing a longer question here. Can it scan a script or voiceover and automatically pull relevant B-roll or stock footage?
Can we say that again?
So someone's wondering if can it scan a script or a voiceover and then automatically pull B-roll?
So, I mean, great question. The answer is 100% yes, and the reason being is, let me go back to my screen here. So when you go to AI Edit, that's exactly what AI Edit does, right? So essentially when you choose this video, again, we will transcribe the entire video so we know what is being said during the video. When we apply this AI Edit, what we're doing is we're using what's being said in the video to then apply all of these changes. So if someone says, I went I went down to the river, we would potentially show B-roll of a river, and that's exactly like the whole purpose of AI Edit. So I guess like full circle, that's exactly what we're doing here. Is we are using what is being said in your video to apply all of these edits the same way that a real editor would want to add all of this content to your video. So, great question. Oh, I think you lost us. All right, well, we're still here. We're still answering questions.
Yes, going through the questions still. Are videos stored locally or can they be stored in the cloud?
Right now, all of your projects are stored locally on your device, and clips that you upload are stored on the cloud. Yes, I think that's accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah, but soon we will be able to allow you to manage all of your projects from the cloud. That's definitely something that we've heard from customers, is that not only do they want a backup system, but they may want to start a project on one device and continue editing on another device, or even potentially in the future we're working on an enterprise plan where you can actually work with teams And so a lot of stuff coming over the next couple months will allow you to be a little bit more collaborative in your project creation and editing.
Mm-hmm. And speaking of collaboration, I'm saying, do you have a community for creators to chat or compare what they're building together?
Community.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have a Discord community, which is great. If you go to discord.gg/captions, I think we have over 20,000 people there. We're actually planning on relaunching our community shortly. So yeah, 100%. You can definitely learn from each other. I think we also are, a lot of ways to connect. And again, you can connect directly with our team by chatting with us.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm seeing a question for generating AI voiceovers. Is there a way to match the sound of the speaker's voice, tone, pacing?
To match. Okay, I thought you were going a different direction there. There is a feature where you can actually, we didn't talk about AI Creator all that much because you can kind of like generate talking head videos there. The only way I can answer that is the voiceovers are kind of stock voices, but in the future you will be able to add your own voice as an AI voice so that you don't need to actually do the voiceover. You can just type out the voiceover. So I don't know if I answered your question directly. I don't think we have exactly what you asked, but we do have this AI voiceover feature coming where you have like your cloned voice to be able to use this for generating a lot more content without actually having to read or speak the voiceover.
Mm-hmm. There's also an echo feature where you can change the voice to match at least the pacing and tone.
That's a good point. That's a feature on iOS only, so thank you for reminding me. Yeah, there's this really cool feature called AI Echo. You talk into it, and then it will basically mimic the intonation, the tone, the voice. So thank you, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
I think we do have what you were asking for, but it's on iOS only at the moment.
And then I've seen a couple of questions if there'll be access to a recording of this live after the fact.
Yeah, it'll be on our YouTube. I'll head over there now. We've got 3 screens going here. So yeah, if you go to our YouTube, it's just youtube.com/@captionsai. It will be right here. As soon as we end the live stream, it should be right here. So 100%.
Yeah, so if you're not catching everything, this will be recorded. You can go back, see everything that we were talking about. I'm seeing another question on resizing. When you resize the videos, let's see, they're wondering if you're able to, if it will automatically reposition the keyframes so nothing will get cut off in the different
100%,
versions.
yes. Yeah, if you're going horizontal to vertical, everything will be moved into the bounding box, so everything should look correct.
Yeah, and I'll say it is perfect for repurposing content across different platforms or when you need those different sizes and making sure that you can just take your one video that you've made and repurpose it across different platforms.
This may be the one feature we haven't talked about. So you talked about repurposing content. So if you have a YouTube channel, let's say, or if you have a long form content, maybe you've recorded a video podcast, we actually have this feature called AI Shorts, which will help you essentially clip your long form into short form. So the idea is that you'd upload a longer video. I think it needs to be over 10 minutes. This one says 35 minutes. So we've got this person talking, we choose the original language, you choose the template, which is basically how it looks. You choose what your length is for each video, and we will go in to this 35-minute video. We will identify all of the exciting parts of the video, and we will clip that into smaller segments. I actually have a sample here. So this was a longer video that was cut down. And as you hover over, it will actually play, the most interesting part. So the first part's 29 seconds, another clip is 25 seconds, and I think we actually tell you where they are, right? So this comes from the first part of the video. This is over here. So we've got, 8 different parts here?
Oh, good question. I still believe he can get it done. Well, let me throw this by y'all.
So you can use a YouTube link. Again, you should use content that you own and that is yours, or you can just upload a long form video that you have on your desktop. We support anything as small as 10 minutes, because anything less than 10 minutes you can just clip yourself, all the way up to 2 hours. So really good way to repurpose your content that you've already created, convert long form to short form, the most typical use case here is you've recorded long form, you want to convert it to a vertical reel, and then that is a good way to point customers back to your long form video. And this is an absolutely perfect thing for LinkedIn, because LinkedIn is obviously, if you take out your iPhone or Android app, I don't know if you noticed this, but one of the 5 tabs is a video. So I think video is going to be huge for LinkedIn over the next couple of months and years. But this is a perfect place that if you've done all the work to generate this long form content, you can just upload it directly to LinkedIn and drive customers back to whatever it is that you're sharing, you're selling, you're marketing, or just something fun that you wanted to share with them. So really, really cool feature here as well.
Yeah, I think it's super helpful too, especially if you're trying to grow your brand presence, whatever it may be, to be able to post consistently. So being able to have all of those shorts cut up automatically, ready to be posted, I think is a perfect way to do that.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe this is a good time to call it. We've been on for nearly an hour. It's flown by. So we actually have another webinar coming up in a week from today. I think it's going to be mostly a repeat, just at a slightly different time zone. Feel free to join us again. But yeah, if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. Again, our help center, help.captions.ai. Within the app, you can click on any question mark and it'll find its way to our team. But yeah, it's been a pleasure to chat with all of you. Thank you for joining. Did I miss anything?
I think that was everything. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for all your questions. And yeah.
Have a great day. See you on LinkedIn.